Gimme, because you've done the hypothalamus many, many times over. The thalamus is that area right there that has the interthalamic adhesion. The hypothalamus is right there below it. That's the hypothalamus. How many times have you guys learned the hypothalamus this semester? At least twice now. So you have to know the hypothalamus again. Anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary. Well, in here, I can see the pituitary in Turk's saddle right here. I can see it right there. Can't see anterior from posterior. I can also see the pituitary on some of these brain models. This is a pituitary gland right here. Can't tell anterior from posterior, right? But what I do is, I come over here and grab this guy. This I can see anterior from posterior pituitary. Right here. This is my pituitary gland. The anterior is number 2, the posterior is number 3. How do I know? Because number 2 looks like epithelial cells and number 2 looks like neurons. Posterior pituitary is mainly neurons. Anterior pituitary is mostly epithelial cells.
4 is the infundibulum.
And 4 is the infundibulum.
Okay.
Correct. So posterior pituitary, anterior pituitary, infundibulum. Okay? Then, let's go to the next one. You got to know the thyroid gland. This is the thyroid gland. Most of this actually is the thyroid gland as well, but it's turned around so you're looking at the back of it, and these 4 nodules on the back are parathyroids. So this is the thyroid gland. You have lobes and an isthmus in the middle. I don't think you need to know isthmus, but thyroid gland here. This is thyroid, but that's parathyroid, 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 parathyroid.
Is that where parathyroid hormone is released from then?
Yep, and parathyroid hormone is released from the parathyroid gland.
Can it be seen on any of the Hall models?
It can be seen, the thyroid can be seen on those torsos in the back, but not the parathyroid, just the thyroid. I can see the thyroid on the torsos in the back. All right? Next, adrenal cortex. Okay? Here's my adrenal gland sitting on top of my kidney. Here's our adrenals. See these adrenals? Here's an adrenal blown up. And I have an adrenal cortex, the yellow outer lining. And I have an adrenal medulla, the inner pinkish lining. So 10 and 11 is cortex, 12 is medulla. So I have an adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla. The adrenal cortex makes mineralocorticoids, glucocorticoids, and androgens. The adrenal medulla makes epinephrine and norepinephrine. Adrenaline and noradrenaline, same thing. So this is the adrenal gland. I can also see the adrenal gland on these kidney models, which is why they're out. Here's the adrenal gland. The dark purple maroon is adrenal medulla. The lighter, whatever color that is adrenal cortex. So this is the adrenal gland. All right, adrenal medulla, adrenal cortex. Pancreas. I can see the pancreas on these torsos in the back. Let me walk back and point to them. You can zoom in with your camera. These are the pancreas right here. Pancreas. Right here, pancreas. By the way, here's the thyroid. By the way, here's the adrenal and here's the adrenal. Adrenal, thyroid, pancreas. Pancreas, adrenal, thyroid.
What about on that big head?
Pancreas. On the big head, I don't see the thyroid. I don't see it. Okay? So we're in that pancreas. Now, the pancreas is right here. Right here. Pancreas has exocrine function and endocrine function. So we only care about the endocrine function today. So what do we care about? These islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans. These islets of Langerhans have different cells, alpha cells and beta cells. The alpha cells secrete glucagon and the beta cells secrete insulin. 14 presumably is one of them and 15 is the other one. I don't know which one's which. But it's alpha cells in the islets of Langerhans. One secretes insulin and one secretes glucagon. All right? And I'm sure your key tells you which one 14 is and which one 15 is, but I don't know by looking at it. I just know alpha cells is glucagon and beta cells is insulin from the pancreas. Testes. Okay, you can see testes all over the place. Everywhere you go, there's testes. All right, so here's some testes right here. Testes. Testes make testosterone. Ovaries. Here's my ovary right here. Ovaries make estrogen. Here's a picture of a follicle with the egg in the center.